Well, he's an actor, he's a singer, he's a West End entertainer, he's been hugely successful. Let's have a little look at what started everything off for Southend boy, Lee Mead. Welcome to Talking Pints. Great to see you.
Or talking water, yeah.
Well, that's okay. You've got to perform in a minute, so I fully understand.
Yeah.
So, Southend boy, all the way through. How does it feel for this play? I mean, Southend's always been the end of the line, hasn't it?
It
has.
It has. Yeah.
Maybe a bit ignored, do you think, or?
Potentially over the years, yeah. I mean, I'm so proud to be from Southend, always have been, and I've lived here my whole life. And
yeah, you're still here.
Still here, and when we got city status, as you can imagine, like everyone else here tonight, and in the town, I was going to say town, the city.
The city?
Yeah.
You've got to change your language here.
It was a wonderful thing, and especially in honour of Sir David as well.
Yeah, and we'll come to Sir David, who I know that you knew very well, in a moment. So, you appear in a talent show, and suddenly you're Joseph.
Yeah, yeah.
You're on the lad from Southend is suddenly
singing to Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice, and yeah, it changed my life. It was insane, really. I was knocking around for a few years doing musicals and plays and things, and then by chance auditioned for this TV show. There was 5 months of auditions, 10,000 guys, and it was timing and luck and talent at the same time, I think.
And what's it like on the West End stage? Is it scary?
Not really. I think I've always said this to friends and family. I feel I can be quite a shy person, but on stage I'm most comfortable at home. I can be singing to 5,000 people or whatever. It's the most bizarre thing. But
and you've done, I mean, over these years, you've done so many West End musicals, and of course pantos.
Yeah, I love a panto. I did the Cliffs in Southend about 3 years ago, Jack and the Beanstalk as well. I do love it. It's great because the kids enjoy it, and it's the only form of theatre where you get like the grandparents, the parents, and the grandchildren. You can look out and see 3 generations, and you don't get that with a play or.
But when you're doing panto, when you're doing a musical, you know, you're on stage and you've got a long run. You've got to go on every night, matinee sometimes too, and you've got to do the same thing over and over and over. Is it difficult some mornings to get motivated to go and do it?
It can initially, but somebody told me a great technique, and it's to be as present, like we're talking now, just be as present as possible, which sounds a lot easier than it is, but actually, if you're in the moment with everything you do, then you can really enjoy what you're doing. So I've always stood by that, really. So you're doing a show 8 times a week for a year. It's a great way of thinking, actually, yeah.
Now, you've also had an acting career, including some very big BBC programmes. Now, you may tick me off here, and the audience may disagree with me totally, but you've appeared on Casualty regularly and Holby City. These are the most depressing television shows. I mean, if you're feeling a bit low in life, for God's sake, don't turn them on, you know.
Every scene, I know, they can be. I've got to be honest, I never watched the show, really.
Oh, there you are.
Prior to going into it. I think because I was quite young at the time as well. But there's a lovely chap, Derek Thompson, that played Charlie. He's been in the show for 30-odd years. But I did my very first scene with Derek, and he was great, But I'm lucky to have been in it, because it's a brilliant programme, been running many years, and
but it is it is a bit depressing.
It could be at times, yeah. But luckily, the character I played, Lofty, was more. I didn't do all the surgical stuff and all the the surgery scenes. It was more doing the city stuff off camera, yeah. But
so, I mean, you've sung, you've had some success with your records, charts, and you've done very, very well. So it's singing, it's West End stage, it's acting. What does Lee Mead really enjoy doing best?
It goes in spells, really, Nigel. I think at the moment, the point in my life and career, I'd love to do a lot more of the singing, the concert stuff. I was lucky enough to bring my own show to the London Palladium last June.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That was incredible, yeah, the most amazing night, and we filmed the whole thing, did a live album, and it was to have a full orchestra on stage. for 2.5 hours where Sinatra performed and all the greats. That was really amazing, yeah. So hopefully, going forward, it'd be nice to do a lot more of the concert work.
And isn't that the way music's gone? Because for entertainers now to earn money, it's doing the live events.
Absolutely, and Spotify is an amazing thing for all of us as the consumer. You pay your £10 a month, but for the performer, we make no more money unless you're Ed Sheeran. It's I think.
Yeah, so you've got to be very high volume.
Absolutely, yeah. I think he once said, Ed Sheeran, that if he had 1 million streams of a song, it's something like £1,000 or 500 quid or something. So you make your money from the live performances, yeah.
No, well, absolutely. Now, I'm going to bring you back to Southend. As you said, you're very proud of the city status. Today, GB News bringing this show here today to Southend, I guess it's all somewhat bittersweet, isn't it? Because, the shock that everyone felt when Sir David was fatally killed was very, very sharp indeed. Tell me about your relationship with David.
Oh, I got quite emotional now. But I met David when I was 15 for the first time. There was a little theatre called the Focus Youth Theatre. It's now sadly been knocked down. And I was doing a musical called A Slice of Saturday Night, a 60s musical, and David came backstage afterwards. I'll never forget the conversation. He said, "What would you like to do with your life?" And the great thing about David, even to the end, he would give everybody his time, which not many people do these days. And I said, "I'd love to be an actor, a singer one day." He said, "Yeah, keep going." And over the years, we worked a lot together. He even once invited me down to the Houses of Commons with my coloured coat to push the city status for Southend.
You wore it, did you?
I didn't. He said, "You should come down to the Commons." I was like,
well, you've got some fun, haven't you?
I was on tour at the time, and then the Dame Vera Lynn statue, even up until recently before his death. And but one moment that stuck out for me, that there was a little theatre called the Empire Theatre in Southend that got closed down, and David was there, and I was performing that night, and my nanny Lil was with me, that's sadly not with us anymore. And my mum was with my nan, and he scooped in, took her arm, and he proceeded for the next 15 minutes, quite emotional, sorry, to give her his time. And I'll never forget that. And it says a lot about somebody to... And there's a couple of cameras initially, but it wasn't a PR thing. And he gave her complete attention, up the stairs for the next 15 minutes. And that showed the mark of the man for me.
He does seem to have touched a lot of people's lives in Southend.
Absolutely, yeah. He was so loved here. He really was. And
well, absolutely shocking, ghastly what happened.
And I think barbaric, yeah.
It's going to need a bit of a rethink, I think, in terms of MPs' surgeries and security and how we go from here, because we mustn't stop that link between members of Parliament and their constituents. But equally, we have to make sure they're safe to go out and meet the public. And that's going to be a big challenge going ahead, because if our MPs hide from us, then, frankly, what is our democracy worth?
It's all about community as well.
Yeah, well, it's nice to hear, the way that he supported you and supported your family. Now, Lee, we're going to finish tonight with you singing. You didn't just come in for a glass of water, you know.
No, I've never sung in a pub as well, apart from karaoke. Being very drunk.
It's the Naval Military Club, It's actually rather magnificent, isn't it? And so you're going to sing for us.
I am.
But the song you're going to sing for us is linked directly to Sir David Amess, isn't it? So just explain to the audience what you're going to do in a moment.
It is. So we had a wonderful song, and I sung this at the Cliffs Pavilion just around the corner, actually, at our main theatre on Sunday night in tribute for Sir David. And I chose this song because it's a man singing about his country and being very patriotic about where he's from. And what better song to sing, because David was so proud to be from Southend. So.
Well, he was proud to be from Southend. He was proud to be English. He was proud to be British.
He was.
He was very proud Brexiteer too, of course.
He was.
He was on the right team on that one. And, well, look, Lee, thank you so much for coming on. It's great to have somebody from Southend on the show. Congratulations on, I think, what you've achieved.
Thank you, Nigel.
Which is fantastic, and I think it's very appropriate that you're going to sing us out in a tribute to Sir David. And thank you for joining me on Talking Pints. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Off you go. Thank you, Nigel. Yeah. And